Welcome, this is Zach with Triple Threat Gaming Guru. We're going to do the Malamar deck today. So what I'm going to teach you is kind of the basics behind the Malamar deck. So we're going to go in and kind of look at it. I'm going to walk you through the different cards in it and what those cards do. First off, we're going to talk about your Heart of Malamar, and that is Inkay and Malamar. So Inkay obviously is your basic Pokemon. Malamar is your attacker. So the way Malamar works is he does 40 damage for every rapid strike card that you have in your hand and choose to put back into your deck. So you're not having to discard them, you're putting them back into your deck to recycle them for another attack. So the first strategy you want to use is the Chinchino line. So use Chinchino's Make Do ability, discard a card, draw 2 cards, and hopefully you get at least 1 or 2 rapid strike cards in it. The other strategy is to use Octillery's Rapid Strike Search, which allows you to search your deck for 1 Rapid Strike card. It is important to note you can only use 1 per turn. So it doesn't pay to have 2 Octillery on your bench unless you need it because one of them is getting knocked out because you didn't have some bench Pokemon or they got switched out. Something along that lines. Okay, we're going to go over some of the different trainer cards. Evolution Incense is great for being able to get the Malamar's Octillery and Chinchinos into your hand to evolve your Pokemon. If you've already got them, they're great for getting either a Malamar or an Octillery out onto the bench so that you can do more damage. Ordinary Rod is a great card for being able to get 2 cards and 2 energy back into your hand. My deck only runs 1 because I've got only 1 card available. Otherwise I would run a couple more. But it's got the great benefit. Alright, one of your Inkay and Malamar gets taken out. Now you can shuffle those Pokemon back into your deck. And you can bring back some energy as well. Because this deck does play with limited energy. And I will go into more detail there. Level balls are great for getting any of your basic Pokemon out. So Remoraid, Inkay, Minccino, and because Chinchino only has 90 HP, you can get Chinchino out as well. Scoop Up Net's great to act kind of as a switch. There's not a high retreat cost in this deck, but I have lost a few matches simply because I didn't have the energy to put on Chinchino while he was on the active spot because I didn't have a Malamar at the time to put out. But once I got that Malamar out, I wanted to scoop up or be able to retreat Chinchino and put out the Malamar. Well, I didn't have the energy to do that and power up Malamar. So I ended up losing because I was out of energy and I couldn't retreat Chinchino. Rescue Carrier is a good way to bring back 2 Pokemon with 90 HP or less from your discard and put them in your hand. So Inkay, Remoraid are great ones because then you can use that and do some damage, or you can bring a Minccino and Cinccino to be able to do your drawing. Great Ball lets you search for 1 Pokemon from the top 7 cards of your deck. It's a good way to try and get a Pokemon out. And you don't have to discard anything. Fog Crystal lets you search for either a basic Psychic, so Inkay, or a basic Energy, so you can bring out your Psychic energies to attach to Inkay. Tower of Water is basically used more or less for being able to do damage, but it also has that added effect of, okay, if I needed to, I can place it and I can switch my Malamar and my Octilleries around with no energy cost. It's more useful as damage though. Cynthia's Ambition's a great way to draw cards, especially if on your last turn you lost one of your Malamar, because now you can have your next Malamar ready, draw 8 cards, and hopefully have a high number of energies or the Rapid Strike Pokemon. You know, anything that you actually need. Karina's great because you can draw 6 cards into your hand, or draw until you have 6 cards in your hand, and it also can be used to cause damage. Spiral Energy is great for being able to use as any energy source to power up your Malamar, so you can count it as a Psychic Energy, and it can also be used for attacking purposes. I prefer to save my Spiral Energy for the attacking purpose, but if it's between not having energy and having energy, I'll put them on. And then for Psychic Energy. Malamar doesn't require a lot of energy, so it's great. You don't need a lot of energy to be able to attack with. Alright, so we're going to go start a battle so you can kind of see how this works. Make sure Malamar has been chosen. There it is. Alright, we'll go for heads. In this game, or with this deck, it's best if you can go first because it kind of gives you that extra turn. My opponent mulligans, so he has no Pokemon to put on the bench. So we can draw an extra card. So the reason I put Inkay out right away is I already have a Malamar. I have a Spiral Energy. So I have the ability to do damage pretty much within the second turn. So I can use the Fog Crystals as well to get some energy for the Inkays. Leafeon's going to take at least 2 turns before he can attack because of his greening cells. Oh, and Galarmine adds 2 retreat cost. So he can do VMAX. So I'm basically battling Leafeon VMAX, which I kind of have a bit of a disadvantage because Malamar has such a high retreat cost. You add those extra 2 and it does some massive damage. Alright, this is perfect. We've got Remoraid as well. We're going to search for an energy. We're going to wait to attach that energy. We'll get Inkay out for the second one. And this one I'm not putting out. I like to have a second Inkay onto the bench just so that I can use them. We'll end the turn. Next turn, evolve Inkay. he's searching for some Sabos. His plan will be to obviously evolve them into Drizziles so he can use Shady Dealings to try and get some energy, or to get some trainer cards. Level Ball. Search for Minccino, or Cinccino, I'm sorry. We'll evolve him. Evolve Malamar. Evolve Octillery. Attach an energy. We'll use Octillery's Rapid Strike Search for Karina. Use Karina to try and get some more cards. And we'll use Cinccino's Make Do. Hopefully we can get some more Rapid Strike. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but we'll make it work. Level Ball. Bring out a Remoraid. So right now we can do 40, 80, 160, 200 damage and take out this Leafeon. So we get that damage by Rapid Strike Tentacles. So 40, 80, 120, 160, 200 damage. And we get the knockout and 2 prize cards. So the reason we're taking 2 prize cards is it's a V Pokemon. So I've got a couple options here. I can bring out this Minccino so I can have 2 Make Do. Oh, we got another Inkay, which is good. I'll put Minccino there. We'll use Octillery. Bring out this guy. We only have to do, I think it's 60 damage, so 2 attacks. So we got 1, 2. We're ready to go. We'll do the Level Ball because I like to be ready for my next turn as well. And I know it's nice to have the Ordinary Rod, but this way we can at least try and get some more Pokemon ready. We'll save that just in case he Marnies us or something, because we don't want to lose him. So we'll do Rapid Strike, take out Remoraid and Octillery, return those, and do 80 damage. 1 more prize card. Rescue Carrier is nice to discard to try and draw 2 more cards. If we can take out this Leafeon, actually he just gives up. I kind of hate it when people do that. Especially when I wanted to knock out 5 Pokemon to try and get some extra points there. So we'll do 1 more battle with this Malamar so you can really see what it can do. The fun thing with Malamar is if you can draw the cards right, you can do near unlimited amount of damage. I've seen it do 350 or 300 some damage, 400 before if you've got a weakness. It all depends on how your hand is. Hopefully we can get heads this time. Tails, we lost. And we wait and wait. Alright. Looks like we can put Minccino out. Which isn't bad. We can use Level Ball here to search for Cinccino. Fog Crystal to look for Inkay for the Malamar. Ooh, we are facing a Mew V deck, looks like. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe we can beat this Mew V. And that'll pretty much end our turn. I have taken out Mew V with Malamar before, but it's mostly been because they didn't get anything out fast enough. Otherwise it can be a complete pain because of how much card draw and attack it can do. Alright. We'll evolve Minccino into Cinccino and Malamar or Inkay into Malamar. Use Make Do. Discard this Minccino. And we got an energy here, but we got the Fog Crystal. And we can use that, search for a Psychic Energy. This is where it gets to be fun because he can either knock out Cinccino here, and then we can put Malamar up, or we can retreat Cinccino and put Malamar up. Which is what I think we're gonna do. But for now I want to attach the energy to Malamar in case he knocks out Cinccino. Next turn I will attach the Psychic Energy to Cinccino if he's not knocked out. Retreat him, draw 2 more cards hopefully. And as of now we can do 40, 80, 160. So if we can get 1 more card, we can knock out this Mew. As long as he doesn't evolve him. Alright, let's hope this fails. And it failed. Because otherwise I'd be searching for Mew VMAX. Alright, that's perfect. So I'm not going to use Cinccino's ability because we have just enough cards here to knock out Mew, and that's what we really want to do. Because Mew is the strength of this deck. And we get 2 prize cards, a Psychic Energy, and Remoraid. So Remoraid's a good one. Try and get Octillery out. We're going to be at a slight disadvantage here because now we don't have any cards to draw from. So we might have to do Make Do, discard the Psychic Energy. Ah, sweet. A Level Ball. We want Remoraid. We'll use Minccino's Make Do. Problem is, we can only do 80 damage. We needed the 120. But next turn, it's easy enough to knock it out as long as we can get 1 Rapid Strike card. And he's able to use his ability, which reduces 20 damage. So it only did 60. And here comes Tinchino. And that can definitely put a damper on us because we can't actually do anything. Our turn? Alright. We'll bring out Mini-Q, or Minchino. Make do, use discard the rescue carrier. Put that out. Fog Crystal to get a psychic energy. I hate doing it this way, but we will retreat him. Bring out Malamar. Come on. Oh. Use this guy and do 20. It still doesn't knock him out, but puts him within 10 HP. His ability is a pain in the butt. Alright. So we could try discarding Inkay to draw 2 more cards and hopefully get something. But I'm thinking we will just do our damage and knock him out. And hopefully we get something good. We only have to do 98 damage to him unless he can get another Pokemon out. So I think we'll do Make Do on the Great Ball and try and get at least 2 cards. Alright, we're at 80. Make Do and hopefully that's 2. Alright, we got Karina's Focus. So that's enough for 120 damage. 40, 80, 120. And we took out Max with Malamar. It's nice getting wins like that. And we've completed our daily challenge. So we get some prizes, an Evolving Sky pack. And this time around, do 500 damage to your opposing Pokemon with your Fire Pokemon. I don't really have much for a Fire deck, so that one may be a bit of a challenge. We're gonna go check out our prizes. Packs. We'll open up Evolving Skies. Get 2 cards here. Not a bad combination, but nothing super great. Let's open up our chests. Hammer. That's a fairly useful card. Orikuro. Definitely a good card. You saw how well it worked with that Mew deck. Being able to reduce damage now. wishy-washy. And so not too bad of prizes. Alright. So that's kind of my first introduction for you guys on the Malamar deck. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the little notification button. If you like the content, please help me get spread around YouTube. My goal with this channel is to focus on not the top tier decks that are super expensive and hard to make, but some of the smaller single prize card decks, or decks that people kind of overlook but are really good right now, like this Malamar. It's taking out a lot of top tier decks because of what it can do if you can draw the right cards. I mean, as you saw with this Mew VMAX deck, I wasn't even getting the right cards to be able to do what I wanted without Remoraid and Octillery, but I still won. Or won by a bad fluke, but I still won. So if you've got any questions, let me know. If you've got any decks you'd like to see done, maybe you've seen them in competitions or something, and they're not exactly a top tier deck, but you'd still like to see how it's played, let me know. I'm going to work on a few other decks, and I'll do some videos on how to make a deck as well. And maybe even a video here on how to improve some decks. So I've just kind of heard that in Liverpool there's a Malamar deck that doesn't have the Chinchinos but uses the Inteleon line to do some bench sniping and drawing of some supporter trainer item cards to really help power it up. And I kind of want to see how that one works. So maybe I will do a video on that. I just got to make sure I've got the Inteleons to be able to do it.